Pan-Africanism versus everybody. Jah power. Big king. Get free or die. Heavy is the head to wear the crown. All right, kings and queens, make sure you like this video. Subscribe to King Jah Power. Go over there to the throne. Subscribe there also. Hit the notification bells on both channels so you can get these videos as they come, okay? The God Jah Power YouTube page on the way. King Jah Power website on the way. The throne live streams is already popping, all right? And so I'm seeing today the greatest fear of black people in America, I know, okay? It's Pan-Africanism. It is because, you know, that's the only thing that black Americans, you know, never tried. You know, in America, we never really tried since the 1920s, okay, which was 100 years ago, 102 years ago, okay? We haven't tried, you know, Pan-Africanism, okay? We got an idea of it, you know, but we haven't tried it. And this, you know, you just mentioned Africa to, you know, African American or something. You know, his knees get to buckling. I'm just telling you. You see what I'm saying? Because of all of what they've been taught by Western media, okay? By all of what they've been taught by Western. Me too. You see what I'm saying? Me too. Okay, but I told y'all that, you know, a lot of the independent African countries of the day, you know, Kenya, Ghana, you know, different ones like that, you know, if it wasn't for the King of Kings, you know, they wouldn't be free. He was the only one in Africa that had the knowledge on how to build, you know, an empire again. Okay, he the only one that had been free, you know, from colonialism. Okay, so who else could teach, you know, the Pan-African, you know, heads of state in Africa or whatnot on how to build a Pan-Africanism, you know, a Pan-African state. Okay, see, you know, black people in the diaspora done lost their thirst for nationhood. Okay, this is what's done happen. We don't want to have our own. Okay, we want to be a part of somebody else's. You know what I'm saying? We don't want our own house. We want to live in somebody else's house. Okay, and that's retarded. You see what I'm saying? I mean, you know, how long can you live with somebody before they start making your ass pay rent? Okay, how long can you live with somebody before they kick your ass out? Okay, and that's just real. That's just real. And black people over here trying to claim this land as theirs and they're original to this land in America or whatever. That's a lie. And the whole world know that's a lie. You're not going to be able to, you know, hide in the corner or whatever and try to change into somebody else, okay, and think the world going to accept that. They not going to accept none of that, okay? You're going to have to stand up as a black man and a black woman, as an African, okay, on this planet and move it forward. Like I done that video about Coolio. Hell yeah, you gonna die. You gonna die if you're not pushing forward, you know, the plight of the people, you know, from the beginning, you know, what the ancestors taught, then you're not completing your mission, okay? You gotta realize that these elders right here, majority of them is in the metaphysical world now, okay? Though we can feel their presence every day, and we talk about them every day, they're in the metaphysical world right now, okay? And so let me move on. Y'all see who in the middle. I told y'all that this right here, you know, the AU or whatnot. You see who is the King of Kings. You see who it is. You see what I'm saying? They, without this little man, Haile Selassie right here, 9 times out of 10, wouldn't be no Ghana, wouldn't be no Kenya, wouldn't be none of these little Rwanda or none of that. Okay, period. The emperor had something to do with all of that. Now, make sure this shit's still rolling. I don't want to. It's a different program than I normally use. Now, so again, these is the Pan-African elders. Again, you see what I'm saying? You know, Kwame Nkrumah. You see what I'm saying? And again, Haile Selassie the first. I mean, you know, we got a plethora of elders. You see what I'm saying? Don't nobody got, you know, the teachers and the scholars, you know, the heads of state that we have. Nobody got that. Nobody, no other group can show you a pantheon of elders like this that battled the European in scholarship and won. In 1974, see, they lost. Okay, they lost then. Okay, you see. We done beat them plenty of times. We know who we are. See what I'm saying? And you talking about these men right here, you know, a lot of them, like Dr. Clark and them and Dr. B and them, which was the scholars and the teachers and the poor righteous teachers of the black community or whatnot, had more degrees than any other. You can put 15 other, scholars together, and just Dr. Ben or Dr. Clark, just one of them, had more scholarship than any of them. You see what I'm saying? Couldn't nobody even hold the light when it came to the, the Harlem History Club with Dr. Clark and Dr. Ben, and you know what I'm saying, and Chancellor Williams, A.J. Rogers, and all of this type of thing. These brothers was bad, man. You see what I'm saying? They influenced the heads of state in Africa, okay, which I'm going to show. See, this Pan-Africanism versus everybody. See, again, the heads of state in Africa. You see the King of Kings right there. You see Marcus Garvey, Patrice Lumumba, okay, Kwame Nkrumah, Mugabe. You see what I'm saying? All the people that I love. You see what I'm saying? Even Mandela over there. You see what I'm saying? Now, we have some things to say about Mandela, but nonetheless, damn it, he an ancestor. Okay? See? And we got to honor that. We got to honor that. You see, these is who I honor, and I'm going to always honor them, especially the King of Kings. Nobody bigger. Won't let nobody ever be bigger. You see what I'm saying? When they wanted, the African heads of state, wanted opinions from another African heads of state, guess who they called? They called on the King of Kings, bro. No black man ever been bigger than this black man. I'm just going to tell you. See, a lot of this right here come from the live stream that we going to do on the King of Kings. So look right here, which I told y'all, I'm going to prove to y'all right here. This right here is Selassie flag, okay, which I told y'all all of these countries, they, Togo, Burkina Faso, Mali, South Sudan, okay, Malawi, and Kenya, Benin, Ghana, all of these South Africa, the King of Kings, period. Okay, and now if you go to any of these countries, you're going to see that the heads of those countries, heads of states of those countries, damn near worship Haile Selassie, bro. Because they know, damn it, without the information of the King of Kings, you be in poverty. You be up under European rule, imperialism still. So again, Pan-Africanism, is the greatest force on the planet, okay? It's the greatest force on the planet. See what I'm saying? And, when something is new, people going to always rebel against it. You see what I'm saying? But as you can see right here, and I tell this story all the time, and I'm not going to get into it today because we're going to do a full video on this, and I'm telling you, some of these slides are already in here. Now, so the Imperial flag of Ethiopia, which is the flag of the Emperor Selassie I, okay? And I told y'all the story about Garvey, why his flag didn't have the gold in it, because he didn't take the gold from Selassie, and we going to get in that, on another video. But it was adopted, the Selassie flag was adopted in 1897, the Lion Emblem added in 1914, red, gold, and green colors date back to the 17th century, said to represent the rainbow and the power of God colors. First adopted by Ghana, okay, in 1957, also used by Rastafari, okay, Rastaman, all right. See, now you got Garvey flag. I'm showing you who was first, okay? This is where Garvey got it from, period. Created his flag in 1920. Garvey is an activist. His symbol of Black Nationalism Organization, the UNIA, represents the red represents blood, the green represents the plant life, and black is for the black race. Okay, his flag influenced Ghana. Okay, via Marcus Garvey with the black star line. Now, frequently used to represent African Americans. So the whole world know African Americans is black power. Everybody know that. There's no show me when the shit on the line and shit get dangerous and shit. Who come outside? What flag do you wave? You wave Garvey shit, because there's no other flag that represent black people that the world know. Period. This is what we represent in this Africa. See, so again, all of these flags, okay, was influenced, okay, you know, these countries was free, basically, you know, with the knowledge of the King of Kings, man. There's no denying it. Here you go right here, man. I told y'all this shit 2 months ago, okay? And so, right here, you see Ethiopian, the modern day Ethiopian flag, okay? You got Ghana, Benin, Kenya, Malawi, Mali, Burkina Faso, Togo, South Sudan, okay? South Africa, Zimbabwe, okay? Zambia, okay? Mozambique, Tanzania. Both the Ethiopian red, gold, and green and the UNIA flag tricolors are used in African countries and are frequently combined together. Okay? Anytime you see this red, gold, and green, that's the emperor. That's the King of Kings. I don't care what you're talking about. While the UNA flag was invented by Jamaican Americans, okay, Marcus Garvey, it is not exclusively used by African Americans, in part because Garvey himself worked in Africa. See, Garvey himself worked in Africa. See, they got it and told African Americans that Garvey never went to Africa. To try to discredit Garvey, and most African Americans believe that shit too. Silly, goofy, lames, bro. Even some of my Pan-Africanism brothers and Black Power brothers, I done heard them say that shit. See, they don't got the knowledge right here. The King got, but see, King gonna give them the right information every time. Garvey himself worked in Africa and influenced the first flag using Pan-Africanism colors. The UNIA colors are not unknown in Africa. Okay? So Garvey was in Africa. Okay? Pan-Africanism colors, red, black, and green, and gold. The black represents the peoples of Africa. Red represents African blood shed during the years of European occupation and slavery. The yellow, which is gold, okay, represents the riches and the plundering of Africa. Okay? The green represents the fertility of the land, which is, the greenness in the Congo and the plant life or whatnot like that. So now let me go right here. Okay. Let's make sure we still rolling, yo, because this a new little program I done got, bro, trying to, do something different. And I just want to make sure it's still going. The impact of Pan-Africanism and Garveyism. Garvey founded the first political party in Jamaica in 1929, the People's Political Party. His manifesto called for the greater measure of self-government, okay, in the eight-hour day, okay, a minimum wage workman, compensation, rent control, land reform, rural electricity, industrializing and educating, and reforms, okay? This is Garveyism right here. So you don't know nothing about Garveyism, I'm going to teach you about Garvey. Okay, I'm going to teach you about the King of Kings. I'm going to teach you about real black power. I'm going to teach you about Pan-Africanism, period. I'm going to teach you all about this so you would know. See, y'all don't even know what Pan-Africanism is, you see, but you out there trying to, talk about Africa. You never been to Africa. Talk about Pan-Africanism. You never studied your African history. Okay, period. So Pan-Africanism versus Pan-African nationalism. See, most of these people that's in America, they Pan-African nationalism. You know what I'm saying? Pan-Africanism is back to Africa. Okay? So Pan-Africanism nationalism is, Eurocentric, because these Negro W.E.B. Du Bois and all of that, this Negro right here was going against Marcus Garvey. Okay? But then when he found out his raggedy plan wasn't going to work, staying in America and all of that, accepting the European and all of that, mixed racing and all, he found out that wasn't going to work. Then listen to what he say. This W.E.B. Du Bois, he say, the Pan-African movement aids and promotes the national self-determination amongst Africans under African leadership for the benefit of Africans themselves. Now, he wasn't talking like that at first. See what I'm saying? He wasn't talking like that at first. Nigga, you was out there snitching on Marcus Garvey to the damn American government trying to get them to stop Marcus Garvey from taking blacks back to Africa. But then you come later on talk about this Pan-Africanism, you know, self-government and African leadership for Africans to benefit themselves. Man, see, and I like that quote, but damn. Then you got Ghana, them built a damn Marcus Garvey museum and got W.B. Du Bois all in it too, okay? That's another story for another day. Pan-Africanism is a manifestation of fraternal solidarity among African peoples of African descent. Now, this is George Pettigmore, okay, one of the original, you know, Pan-Africans, okay? One of the original Pan-Africans, okay? Now, this right here is Kwame Nkrumah. He said all of these definitions lack the notion of African resistance and revolution, okay? Did you hear the first two, George Pettigmore and W.B. Du Bois, right? Yeah, it sound good, don't it? But then Kwame Nababunda, I was saying Kwame Nkrumah, say all of these definitions lack the notion of African resistance and African revolution. See, what I'm saying is the revolution ain't gonna be in America. See, they don't, you know, the future is Africa. So they you know, the European powers want Africa. So we got to go on our motherland and fight. Hell yeah, I down, you know, go to war for my motherland and die on that land. I would not go to war for no fucking America. I wouldn't give a damn if the Chinese came and ruled America right now and took over the white people, whatever. It wouldn't make no goddamn difference to me because my future is not America, okay? Period. Pan-Africanism, how did it start? The drive for African independence, what African Americans done forgot today, and they'll say Garvey, but that's just Pan-African nationalism. They not really Pan-Africans. They just, you know, they just want to dress up in Garvey colors and say Black Power. You see what I'm saying? Or have some locks or something. That's all they want to do. They costume Negroes. They not actually practicing Black Power, okay? And you know the comrades is. See, we practicing the shit. This is what you need to be listening to. The drive for African independence. Many Africans represented resented European presence and control over their land. Unequal rights under colonialism fueled Africans' desire to self-rule. Europeans exploited African lands and resources. African societies and cultures were looked down upon by Europeans. Okay? This is why I started. So Pan-Africanism is the idea of global African community working for African independence and prosperity. This world African community is made up of former slaves and native African immigrants from all over the world, okay, that come together to work for the common cause of freedom. Pan-Africanism movement called for unity among Black people, betterment of Africa, okay? See, if you don't know Pan-Africanism, I'm going to teach you. Pan-Africanism movement is an idea of the people of descent that share a common history, and culture, okay? Those at home and those abroad, okay? You got the same culture. You the same people. Don't you these Negroes in America try to make it seem like their ancestors is damn Geronimo and goddamn Chief Two Moon and shit. Don't got nothing to do with them goddamn Asiatics or whatever. That's just because you don't know your real history. Now let me make sure this shit's still going. I don't know. There we go. It's still rolling. Hold on. We're gonna go. Hold on. Let me click back. Okay. Now, Pan-Africanism movement is an idea of the peoples of African descent that shares a common history and culture and experience, therefore should work together throughout the world because of their common culture. Pan-Africanism began in the 19th century with efforts to end slavery and the slave trade and during the colonization of Africa. See, this is what black power is. Okay? So, again, Pan-Africanism. Okay? The common goals are the unity of Africans and emancipation of colonialism and white supremacy from the continent. However, the meaning of leadership kinds of government and regional interests or difference. See, this is what Pan-Africanism is. So that's it right there, family. Pan-Africanism versus everybody. Make sure you like this video. Subscribe to King Jah Power. Okay? Like this video. That shit was fire. Okay? You know, now you know what Pan-Africanism is. See what I'm saying? And it's your choice. Okay? Matter of fact, you don't even got a choice. It's Pan-Africanism, black power, or die. Jah Power. Be king. Get free or die. Heavy is the head that wear the crown. I'll be back, brothers and sisters.